Well, hello. It has been some time since I've recorded a video. I know, I'm very bad, I do apologise. And if you're waiting for some EV content, some heat pumps, some rambling electric stuff, don't worry, it's coming up very soon. But today, as you might have gathered from my attire, it's time for a running update. So, as you can probably tell from the angle of the sun and the fact that my camera was reflecting very much on my shirt during the opening, the sun is low in the sky, the clocks have gone back, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do most of my recording for this video ahead of it, because I fear by the time I actually get to the end, it'll probably be dusk, the lighting will be terrible, you won't be able to see me, which frankly would be no bad thing. Now, I haven't been running very much in 2023, and I'm not going to really bang on about the reasons for that. I have talked about that at length in previous videos, but to summarise, really the last quarter of 2022 and the first half of 2023 were really not very good at all. Had some really sort of bad stuff happen, and that kind of, I mean, that didn't necessarily stop me running, because there wasn't a physical for me to stop me running, but it kind of zapped the time that I had available, and yeah, so running kind of had to give, really. And of course what happens then is your fitness levels drop, and now we're in November, I'm recording this, 2023, and I really feel like my fitness levels have dropped. Just talking to you now as I walk along, I'm already getting breathless, which wouldn't have happened a year ago. Now really, it's gone from the sublime to the ridiculous, because in October 2022, I ran a half marathon in Bournemouth, the Bournemouth Half Marathon. It was my second ever half marathon, and it was, I would say, the pinnacle, the highlight, the best really thing I've ever done in my running life. Apart from walking into that tree, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm only ever my second ever half marathon, and I knocked sort of 15 minutes off my previous time. The whole day was just brilliant. I had to be running with other people, such a nice place to run as well on the coast. It was just great. And when I got to the end of the half marathon, I could have carried on. Now, I'm not trying to build my part up because I was slow. I mean, the time I did it in, some people run marathons in that time, frankly, but I was pleased, really. It wasn't dreadfully slow. It was acceptable for me. And at the end, I thought, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I could keep going, which is amazing, really, and I was so pleased. But now you fast forward a year, and I'm very much not in that place. I couldn't run a half marathon now. I could barely do 5k probably. But today is a kind of an experiment to find out to find out how far I can go. It's been a while, so I'm just going to see how I get on. And most importantly, I also need to make plans so that I can kind of fix this situation. I've covered this at length in previous videos, and I still don't seem to have done anything about it. And yet, I feel like I've worked out, I have the golden ticket, I hope. I feel like I've worked out what the problem is and how I can fix it. I hope. Well, there we go. Run complete. And not surprisingly, that was a slow one. And I went 10k, I did a 10k. And to give you an idea of what a monumental event that is, thanks for going to get run over, that would be a good way to end. I checked before I came out, my last 10k was on the 2nd of March 2023. And today, I'm recording this on the 2nd of November. 8 months. I think if my arithmetic is correct, that's a long time, isn't it? Yeah. And really, but since then, I've just been doing 5Ks, and even those have been a bit few and far between. In fact, my last run of any description was a 5K 6 weeks ago. So really, coming out and running 10K today, slightly foolhardy perhaps, but it just shows what a mental thing it is, what it is in your, it's definitely a mental thing, because I just felt today like I really wanted to go out and do a 10k. I wanted to run my favourite 10k route, and that I haven't done for so long, and I just felt like I wanted to do it. and nothing was going to stop me. So yeah, my legs are definitely feeling it a bit. I'll have to do a good bit of stretching after this, without doubt. But yeah, it just shows, doesn't it? It's not just the physical side of it, it's very much the mental side. I was so keen to do it that I wasn't not going to do it today. And I haven't had that feeling for quite a while. So, okay, the thing I need to do, obviously, and I don't want to talk for too long because it's dusk, so I imagine the light here is not very good. But yeah, I've been banging on in recent running vlogs, such as they've been, that I need to improve and blah, 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 blah. And clearly I'm not. So, and I think really, actually, the answer is very, very simple. When I did Catch the 5K, the reason that that was such a huge success, I think, was because I went out on the same days, more or less, during the week. So I went out Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, and then either Saturday or Sunday afternoon to do the 3 runs in the week. And I did that religiously over the 9-week program. And I think human beings, we are creatures of habit. We really are. I think if you think you're spontaneous, then I think probably your spontaneity is quite predictable. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. We are creatures of habit. We can't help ourselves. So I need to run on a regular basis. I need to find that slot in the calendar to do that thing. It's just to go. I really think it's that simple. And that's what I've done today. I've actually worked this week. I work for myself, and so I've kind of worked this week. I've kind of arranged my work so that I could knock off early. Today's Friday, finish early, and come out for a run. And I really think that I can still do a full working week and finish early on one day, Friday being the preferable one because it's just a good time to do it. And I think if I can do that, then I can get back into that routine, back into that sort of regular thing of going out and running, you know, more often. Really, I think it really is that. I honestly think it's that simple. And I just haven't. COVID kind of changed our family dynamic a bit, and what days we were doing different things, myself and my wife, and I never quite got back into a routine. Before that, I was going out on regular days and finding it quite, you know, the runs were hard maybe, but I mean, I wasn't thinking about going out for a run. Because I knew I would go. I was just thinking what I would do when I went out there. But since sort of COVID, and particularly over the last year when it's been a bit difficult, that's all gone out the window. So now I can look ahead and hopefully, do better. And I'm going to set myself a bit of a challenge, because I always used to do that, didn't I, on this channel? And what I would like to do is to improve my times, because my run times are terrible. My kilometre times used to be, I mean, they were never quick, but 6:15 was fairly common for me. So that's slow, really. But I mean, now, I don't know what the times were today. I probably started off in the 6 something, but I probably ended up closer to 8 minutes. I mean, I was a real ploddy, but then I would be. I haven't gone this far for 8 months, so I mean, you know, can't expect miracles. But I would like to get back, so I'm going out regularly and slightly improving my times and just feeling like I'm back where I was. That was my happy place, and I definitely really feel much better for having gone out and had a run today, gone out for a run. I feel so much better for it, and I think I do need to do that. We all need to do that. If you are going out and exercising, it doesn't half make a difference. Anyway, this has been very, very rambly and very long, and I expect you haven't watched this far. If you've watched this far, then what should we do? Put in the comments, yes Andy, I did. And we'll know, you and me. Most people haven't watched as far as this because people haven't got the attention span these days. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a comment, please hit the like button, and I will see you for another running update, hopefully in the not too far distant future.